Nolazine, make me scream.
Yeah, this is IW with DueuMusic, D-U-E-U, you with Nolazine TV.
So, tell everybody where you from.
I'm from New Orleans. Right now I don't currently live in New Orleans. I moved to Shreveport this years ago, but I went to college in Baton Rouge, so I spent a lot of years in Baton Rouge too. So just timeline-wise, I've been from New Orleans, went to LSU to go to school, and now I'm living in Shreveport.
Okay. So, as far as music, how long? Tell the people how long have you been doing music?
I've been doing it for a while. Like back in like the early 2000s, I hooked up with a dude in Baton Rouge, and this while I was in college, and I ended up like dropping out of school because we were doing so much traveling or whatnot. Then I ended up going back to school because I realized I wanted to finish, get my degree, and do all this stuff. So, but I've been, as far as independently putting stuff out, I put out my first independent project in 2010 called About Time. So that was my first independent project. Then, I had kids and different things like that during the time, so I was spending a lot of time getting my family situated or whatever. And I started hardcore just putting out more content in about 2019. That's when I started putting stuff out on YouTube, releasing more music, things like that. But over that whole time, I never was not recording music. I just wasn't putting it out. So I've been making stuff. So as far as all the music I'm putting out, I got about 3 or 4 albums worth of stuff that I'm sitting on and just releasing slowly, putting out singles, different things like that. So that's what I got going right now. Now let me ask you, should I be looking at you or at the camera?
The camera.
I got you.
And also with the interviews are raw.
I got you. No, listen, I'm just asking because I ain't knowing. Like the last time I did an interview, dude told me he want me looking at the camera.
Look at this.
I
The
got
mirror
you.
looking right at you.
I got you.
Okay. So, growing up for yourself, who influenced you to actually get in the music industry?
I'm an '80s baby, so I grew up listening to like Ghetto Boys, and obviously when Cash Money blew from the city, I was heavy into Cash Money as well. I grew up listening to a lot of East Coast stuff too, like Nas and DMX and stuff like that. So just my overall influence, I remember like sneaking and listening to the Ghetto Boys, listening to Scarface, and when I shouldn't because it had cursing in it and all this shit, so I'm sneaking trying to hear it or whatever. So those are like some of my first initial influences as far as starting to write and the type of music I listen to. So.
Okay. And so how did you come up with your rap name?
Well, IW, that it literally stands for eyewitness, and I've been going by that since I was like 15. So and it just it really just is symbolic of the fact that most stuff I write about is stuff I done seen, did growing up. So and just in general, history is made by eyewitness accounts. So literally, anytime I'm writing something, it's to tell you a story or teach you something. So that's kind of where my music go with it. So that IW is short for that. That's where the name come from.
Okay. So tell the world, what's the average day like for you?
Yeah. Average day, being a school teacher is funny because I get to move a lot during breaks. I get to move a lot during the summer. Working with kids is something that like I genuinely enjoy. I'm a reading teacher, so just you get to see how excited kids get when they realize like how important learning is. And I always tell them you ain't gotta like to read, you just gotta know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I have no problem telling them I'm a reading teacher, that I don't like to read. I don't go home and just pull out books and start reading, but I can read anything. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't nothing you could put in front of me that I can't read. So that's why I try to get my students that I teach at. So during the normal day, I'm teaching, got my 2 kids, you understand? So I'm always with them. And that's the craziest thing about the whole thing about this time. Like, bro, I wouldn't trade no time doing music for the time I done spent over these years, you know, with my kids. You know what I'm saying? So to me, everything going just how I want it to go. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like it's too late or too early. It feels like I'm right on time with it. So, you know, that's my average day, dealing with my kids, working and making music.
Okay. Also, do you have any brand new projects coming up?
Oh yeah, I released something about 2 months ago that it has a song called Old New Orleans, which is one of my most streamed songs to this day. It's featuring Kid Kid. This was something that was in a Rob Kaiser skit as well, so that got you know, some good promo because Rob got a great following. And so that song is part of an album, but you know, I got features from a lot of, you know, big artists. Some I'm sitting on. Because, you know, with today, you can put out singles easily, you know what I'm saying? So putting out a single versus an album, sometimes I'll put it out and then stack it to an album. But as far as my last project is called Under Construction, the one before that was Season 2, and my first one was called About Time. And you can find all of them on iTunes, on anything streaming. You know, I got the website, which is DueuMusic.com, which is D-U-E-U, and, you know, do you literally symbolize you get what you put in. So, you know, that's where all my music at. And if you searching it, you usually gotta search IW, you know, before you search anything. So it's an easy search to find. IW Under Construction, you'll find the latest album. We just shot a video today. I got one of my latest singles is with a dude from New Orleans named Dank. We just shot a video for that
Dank,
called
I'm shout out Dank.
Yeah, no, he the real deal, bro. Dude spitting that. Hey, I ain't calling him by mistake. We ain't link up by mistake. We shot a video for this song called DM. So be looking out for that. That's coming out soon. I shot another video. You know, I got a lot of stuff coming, bro. Just check in on me. I'm gonna say again, on Instagram, it's the same thing. All my tags is DueuMusic, D-U-E-U music on anything. So that's where you can find me. Yeah.
Okay, so. Tell the world what separates you from other artists.
I mean, to me, that's easy. I ain't never tried to make a hit. Like, I don't write music like trying to make hits. Like, my whole life when I write music, like, cause I first started writing poems when I was young. Then my poems turned into raps. You know what I'm saying? So usually if I'm writing something, it's because I'm going through something or something real. I done peeped a certain situation I'm writing about or whatever. So, you know, it's not much, you ain't gonna hear much talk about, you know, what you hear in most raps when you listening to me. It's gonna be some, even if I'm talking some street stuff, it's gonna have some type of lesson behind it. It ain't gonna be, oh, I'm, you know, if you rapping about selling drugs, you should also be rapping about what jail like. You know what I'm saying? So I make sure I tell the other side. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I like. I try to make sure I tell the full story in my song. So it's all street music, all, you know, but when you hear it, you gonna know there's some give and take in it. It ain't just glorified like, oh, you could do all this, you know, this dead people, ain't nothing gonna happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Like the way these dudes do today, I just, you know, it's wild by default. You know what I'm saying? Like the lack of, I don't know, it's crazy. So yeah, it's nothing like what you listening to. So I'll say this, you'll be refreshed to hear something where somebody actually telling you some truth with some consequences. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So, being in the music industry for a while now, tell everyone what do you enjoy most about it, and tell them what you actually hate about it.
Oh, no, here's the thing. I think it's so fair. I love the music industry for this reason that everybody get the same chance. And obviously with technology, that's true. But I mean, even before, you know, with social media and the way you could do things, meaning that whenever you hear somebody, you hearing them for the first time, whether they on a big station or a little station or some of your partner let you hear them. When you hear them for the first time, you're gonna make that decision whether you like them or not. You know what I'm saying? So it really is like self-eliminating. Like if people don't like you, you're gonna know. You know what I'm saying? And if people like you, you're gonna know. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, sometimes you may have a situation where you may feel like, oh man, he garbage, how he made it, how he on, and I'm not on, right? But sometimes it be more about a person grind and they hustle. Like some people, you may be the most talented, but if a dude might not have the best words as you, but if he grind harder than you, he gonna make it because it's grind. So, and I respect that. So that's why I don't never really, try to knock nobody, because if you at where you at for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Nobody get where they at by mistake. But I love the independence of what I'm doing. Like I could die with as many followers as I have now, and that'll never, like, I'm cool. Like I don't move for attention. You know what I'm saying? That, like I told you before we start talking, that's one of my weaknesses. I don't self promote. I'm bad with talking about myself. I'm not a person that goes, oh, I gotta, I feel uncomfortable talking about myself half the time. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta get better at promoting what I'm doing. So,
Gotcha. So, how well do you take on the constructive, on the criticism?
Oh, listen, I love it, bro. I'm a teacher. So look, you gotta be able to take criticism. But I always say this. You gotta trust in what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? Because trust me, everybody who doing something and had somebody tell them what they should have did and what they couldn't do and what they should do. And as long as you have a vision that you believe in, you keep doing it. I'm gonna say this. I ain't never seen nobody work hard and then not work out. Ever. No matter what they doing. If you grind and you working hard, you believe in what you're doing. Yeah, exactly. No, for real. It's gonna work out. So that, that's the advice. So with me, like I said, I wouldn't trade none of the years I spent with my kids and, making sure I was focused on them, tapped in every day with them, and, to have done more before I'm doing it now, because, I love where I'm at and I love the position I'm in, because I can move more freely now than I could have if I would have tried to do it earlier. So the independence of it, I just love the fact that, now you can put a song out and everybody have it. And, I love that about it. Okay. Obviously, it's more than that, but.
And so making music actually, before social media and versus now, I want you to explain the difference of putting out music.
No, listen, that's why I did this song, like the song DM, right, that I told you I did with Dane. It's crazy because I get so much done through DM. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, you could contact anybody. Then you got Cash App. You could send anybody money. And I just always find it,
it's more convenient.
It's more convenient. For example, the features I got happen through DM. You ain't got to know somebody. You got a direct link to most of the people you're trying to work with. Now, obviously, some people got a DM so full they can't check it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna go through everything and see every message.
Kind of hard.
So I don't never feel slighted if I DM somebody and they don't hit me back. I know how it is, man. Some people don't even check that, and they got thousands and thousands of messages.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't think Instagram actually. let everybody get it.
Right.
If you have so many.
Right.
Because as soon as I updated actually my phone, I saw a lot of messages I missed from weeks ago.
So being able to do that, man, I've been able to get features, I've been able to get videos, I've been able to get, anything, everything. You know what I'm saying? Literally, for real.
You got a big Instagram song.
So no, it ain't just Instagram, just every, any little social, everything dealing with that phone. The fact that you could do so much through it. It really does, make it simple to make
life more easy.
Yeah, it does. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. The flip side to it is that now that it's so easy, now anybody could do it. So you're gonna have quality, kind of just drop, but it still filters itself out, like I said, because it's fair to everybody. If it's good, you're gonna get a good reaction from it. You know what I'm saying? And if it's not, then the people will let you know it's not. You know what I'm saying? So it's all fair. I guess I could say this, the craziest thing with the social media thing, and I said this before, is that it just allowed people to talk to people how they never would in real life. You know what I'm saying? That's just a crazy thing about it. People love hating on social media. So you can't be tapped into the people that's hating, because for every body that's hating, you got 20 people liking what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Okay. So tell the people, what's next for you?
Oh no, what's next, man? I'm just still making. I'm not gonna stop. That's the thing. I'm not stopping. I I don't see no age on music. You just, when you got good music, you make it. You know what I'm saying? So as long as I keep hearing beats and I keep having stories in my head and I got things I'm trying to get across, and you know, I'm gonna keep making it. I'm gonna say again, I had to wait until the point where it was where I could do what I wanted to do, because when I was signed to the deal I was signed to in college, I just got that, you know, that real lesson that, you know, you got to have your independence to really move how you want to move and not be on, you know, other people's schedule and stuff like that. And it wasn't a bad experience and nothing like that, but, you know, looking at what the guy I signed with did, it was motivation for me to say, man, I could do what he doing. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what really helped me in that aspect. Being signed to a deal at a young age with a guy who was a young man making his own moves. And then when I sat back, I'm like, man, I could do that. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good little tutelage, I guess you could say.
Okay. And also, last but not least, tell everybody, I'm like, what can you find you at on social media and just other music platforms?
I'm gonna say again, Spotify. If you Spotify search IW Mr. Hunter, you'll find me, because that album will come up. If you on IG, just search DueuMusic. That's DueuMusic. That'll come up, and that at DueuMusic is on anything, whether that's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I ain't never really made no TikTok videos yet, but that tag is mine. So when I do start posting stuff, it'll be there. And DueuMusic.com. That's where you can find, like, you know, photos, different things like that, different interviews I've done, videos and all that different stuff. So yeah, IG, DueuMusic, DUEU. And on any online search, you just gotta search IW Mr. Hunter. Even on YouTube or anything like that, that's the easiest way to find me.
Well, with all that being said, we done.
Hey, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much, man.
All right.
Nolazine, make them scream. Nolazine. Make them SCREAM. Scream. Nolazine, make them scream. You heard me.